All right, mech commanders. We're asking ourselves, how do we effectively use this mech? You've been assigned command of this mech, or as a mech warrior, you finished your training. No more chameleon for you. You've got that family mech. Here you go. How can we use it effectively? Let's build that checklist. And we're looking at some of my favorite machines. We're looking at some of my tier 1 mechs. But we're going to work our way through, build up the archive, so those of you who are new to Battletech start to get some ideas. And in this vlog, we're going to look at the Javelin. Admittedly, a little bit of a bias. One of my favorite mechs. I run it often. 600 battle value. 600 battle value. I want us to keep that in mind for what it brings to the table. So what keeps a light mech alive is speed and jump ability. Armor, look, I'd like to have decent armor, as decent as a light can be, but you just don't have the internals. You don't just don't have the tonnage. So what keeps it alive is literally speed, stacking the hexes, and range, staying away, keeping your opponent, keeping out of their primary arcs when you have to engage, if it's not a recon type thing or a hit and run. If you are forced for whatever reason to engage a target, or just they've cornered you and you have to engage, try to stay out of the firing arcs, try to stay at range. The Javelin breaks that. Javelin breaks that. It's going to take a little bit of skill. It's going to take a little bit of skill based on the tech, because it packs an insane, a very, very surprising, in-your-face, booyah, short-range punch. So what this means is I have the speed and jump to get up there, but now if I'm point blank to you, you're point blank to me, and while I have the speed and possibly you're running to get into position, I'm not going to have the hexes to do it, because I want to be point blank. I want to be base to base, or 1 to 2 hexes away, base to base, depending if I'm out of your physical attack arcs on there. But looking at the Javelin, what's interesting, and remember, this is a light mech. Think about this firepower as a light mech. 2 short-range missiles, 6 packs. 6 packs. That's scary in a light mech. You know, a Jenner is scary because it's got the lasers, it's got the missiles, but this is scary because you're going to fire those. Heat sinks minimal, but you don't generally have to worry about heat that much on the Javelin because you're not generating heat on the way in. It's not like I'm firing stuff on the way in, and then when I get close enough to utilize this, I'm already heated up on the scale a little bit. Like, no, you're going to push the heat and then get the heck out of there. The location is also massive. Torso, that frees up the arms. So I'm going to shoot these missiles. I'm going to get close enough. I'm going to shoot these missiles. Then I'm going to punch you. I mean, that's interesting. It's not a lot of damage, but it is the punches, the physical attacks. But it is a 1 in 6 on the head. It's going to give you a chance for a consciousness check. And also working on the upper chart, getting rear armor. The Javelin is deadly. I mean, look, anything that shoots rear armor into a mech is a problem. But the spread of the missiles, combined with the punching 1 in 6, it's nothing worse than tactically getting yourself behind a mech that you can punch through the internals, you know, especially if it's a medium. You can do that. If it's a heavy, you could possibly do that too. You get behind there, and you were flawless. You were epic. You got behind there. And now you're like, all right, I'm firing everything. I'm pushing the heat. You know, you're a Jenner. You push the heat. And it's like, miss, hit, hit, hit. All right, 3 hits. Good. 1 miss, better than average, you know, because I ran up there. There's movement modifiers, but I got the hexes down. Then you're like, all right, roll to hit location. You're like, left arm, right arm. And you're like, really? Like, I got rear armor. That's what I get. So having the short range missiles with that punch, having the punch physical, literally, let's change this name to Assassin. I mean, it's already been taken. Assassin's an interesting machine. We are going to look at it. It's kind of mismatched. It's kind of the ugly duckling out there. Tactically effective, the Javelin. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to be fast. We're going to be hostile. But we're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to wait till the other aspects of your lance, your battle platoon, your tanks, they've engaged. So the Javelin, he's going to kind of move with the rest of the mechs. He'll start to pull back a little bit. He'll hang out to the side. So this way, once things are mixed up and mechs are facing off, fighting each other, bam, the Javelin breaks out, it goes in, and it does what it has to do. The counterbalance is if your opponent has... You can't engage groups that have long-range capability, dedicated support mechs, LRM carriers. If they get a beat on you, you're in trouble because you got nothing to fire back with. And if you're going to be aggressive, you're getting closer every single turn. The Javelin also makes an excellent, it's up there with the Jenner, excellent backfield disruption unit. You know, your opponent has some spotting units. Maybe they've got some support tanks. They've got some LRM carriers in the back. You know, maybe LRM carriers. LRM carriers are beast deadly, paper-thin armor, not fast, expensive battle value, even for vehicles. But look, I mean, you can't complain. You've got 20, 40, 50, 60 LRM missiles on one thing. Imagine when that thing shoots, being inside of there, firing off all those rockets. The Javelin will make very quick work of those, getting back there. So as, not that you always want your mechs to run solo, but as a solo type unit, ironically, the Commando is another light mech that I enjoy playing, but it's anything but a Commando type unit. Javelin goes Commando. Javelin runs back there. Javelin's got 2 SRM 6-packs, enough ammo to take you through the game, and punch. Heck, maybe even kick if I had to, depending on the target. So very, very effective. But more than anything on the checklist to using it effectively, timing. Timing is everything. Knowing when to commit, seeing your opening. If you're off on that, being a light mech, no forgiveness. No room to make mistakes. But again, 600 battle value. 600 battle value.